Hey there, this is Jennifer from Iris Productions, and today on my tutorial I'm going to go over Photoshop making an action. Now, a lot of times maybe you have 100 or something pictures and all you really need to do is go through and level. Well, there's different things you can do. You can create a batch, but first you want to create an action for that batch anyhow. So if you needed to go through individual pictures and crop them, then you can just like play your action out, and it saves a lot of time. I like to use it. Now, I have been told that Lightroom works lovely for this, and I'm sure it does, and I've seen it in action, and it's great, but this isn't on Lightroom. This is on Photoshop, and this is how you would do it. First thing you really want to know about is your window, and you want to make sure, if you can't find something, you go under here, and that is the reason why you don't see it. So here is Actions. And I'm just going to drag it all the way down so you can see everything that's in there. Now at the bottom, that's really, kind of like your toolbar, and it has your actions and what you need to do. So here is create a new action. First though, you want to make sure that you're clicked on an image that you want to make the action for. Let me express that when you hit make a new action, every single click from there on out is recorded until you hit stop. So if you forget and then you go on to your next photo and you play your action and you didn't stop at the right time, who knows what could have happened. So anyhow, please pay attention to that. You can turn off the options. Okay, so I'm going to create a new action. I'm going to call it test 1. And then from here, you would just do everything that you would want. So I'm going to duplicate it, mute. Oops. Make sure that you're clicked on the copy or your layer that you want to affect. In this situation, it's the copy. So then maybe you want to go under image and do an auto tone or an auto contrast, auto color. You could change your image size. Okay, say that's everything that I want to do. Then I'm going to say stop over here and make sure you don't click anything else. Sorry, I was looking around, but that wasn't recorded. Okay, so now that it's stopped, you can see up here is test 1. And then I duplicated my background, I hid my other background, blah, 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 every single thing I did. And then it's checked over here. So let's say you didn't want to do the auto levels, or if you didn't want to do the auto contrast, and you can just drag this down and extend it if you want, and then just the drop down menu will tell you what it was. But you can unclick that and then it would just bypass it. Or you can click it and you can have them all selected and it tells you something's wrong. Okay, so from there on out, you would just, let's say you have your photos now, and if I wanted to do that action, I could just say play and it goes through it all. But if I was to close this, it would save it and override it, which is fine. But let's say you wanted to keep all your originals and then make copies of them. So you would do almost that same thing. Well, you would do that same thing, but at the end you would add something else. So say I went through and auto tone, auto color. Now I'm going to say save as. I would find my location. I would create a new folder call it edit, double click in there, and we'll just call these like clips, and say save. And then what I want to do is close. And now I'm going to stop. So now when I go to my action, it just closes it into that new location area. But the bad thing is if you're working with slides or something where you need to adjust each one because of the saturation and the loss, color loss, sometimes you have to do a color balance individually on those. Maybe this wouldn't work. But once again, you would just unclick close and hit play, and then it doesn't close it. There you go. So there you have it. From there on out, afterwards, you know, if you have a bunch of these, you can just drag them on down to the trash can and get rid of them. And then here's some if you wanted to, you know, apply these actions. Okay, well, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.